Hey guys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Great to be with you. I often film late at night. I have a family, 2 little kids, so I'm experimenting with different forms of lighting and also keeping my voice down a little bit, so bear with me there. But I wanted to catch you up a little bit on how the game design is going for my next language learning card game, which is heading into Language Land 2. So it is slow going. This game, I wager it's going to be the game that takes me the most amount of time to bring to completion, just because my family life and my personal life is so busy, and I have such little free time. But I do try to use that free time to nudge the project forward whenever I can. The place that we're at right now is I'm accumulating the artwork that I need. I'm working with professional artists to develop original artwork for this game, just like the last one. It's artwork that's in accordance with my vision. It reflects the characters and the places and what happens in the story that I've written. So it's really cool to see my unique vision come to life. Now, we're in a particular, this most recent span of a few months, artists have been taking a really long time to get back to me, but I've decided it's not really a good idea to rush them. This project, though I want to see it come to completion within the next, let's say, 2 years, more or less, I don't really want to rush it beyond this. I have sort of a general deadline in my mind, but beyond that, I really don't want to rush it because it makes no sense to try to push it faster than it really needs to go, because then I might not necessarily bring forth the absolute best work that I can. So my kids are young. I'm pretty busy with my family life. The artists must be pretty busy too. They're taking a long time to get back to me. I'm just going to try to go with the flow and not rush things, because I want to do the best that I absolutely can. And I want every game that I put out to be at least a little bit better than the last. I don't want to put out games, obviously, that are worse or poorer than the last ones. I always want to be optimizing. I always want to be improving. I got a lot of amazing feedback from people as they play. Heading into Language Land 1, especially online, we've got a lot of players playing online now. So it's a lot to digest. Feedback from players, getting the artwork back from artists, honing and polishing the story that I wrote, which is the backstory behind the game. And so I have almost 25 pieces done, which is basically half of what I need. And I also spent a lot of money to get to this point during like the past year. So I'm thinking that for the remainder of this year, I probably won't commission any new pieces. I'll just try to get back all of the sort of unaccounted for artwork that's out there with artists. I think there's about four or five pieces out there that I haven't received word on, and I need to get them finished and get them back from artists. So I think that'll be probably my goal for the remainder of the year, is to get that artwork back and make sure it's perfected and in line with my vision. And then if I have any more time beyond that in this year, I think I'm going to revisit my story, read through that again. It's been several months since I did that. And as I've mentioned before on this channel, sort of the interplay or the dance between the story development the story that I'm writing, and also the card game design, those two share a relationship. They're in sort of like a dance. So when I revisit the stories, I might remember, there's a character here that I would like to make sure is in the game, or hey, they talk about something here that might make a great topic. I want to put this topic on that character's game card. And then when I work on the game cards and I see all the artwork that's coming back, sometimes that creates ideas that I might want to sharpen or emphasize or draw out in the story. Or it might even create an idea of something that I want to add into the story that wasn't there before. So that there's a really cool effect there as I bounce back and forth between the stories and the game design. So I think for the remainder of the year, it will be getting some of the artwork back that's out there, making sure it's perfect, and also revisiting the story and rereading that and polishing that. And then I think as I approach the new year, it's going to be kind of like a reset. I'm going to see, okay, so where's the project now? Where's the story now? How's everything going? And then spring forth again and start to commission new artwork pieces. So that's kind of like how I'm looking at it right now. I have a playlist for heading into Language Land 2. I'm trying to be better about sharing more of my game development for that game. I actually had the honor and the pleasure of, in the recent weeks, coaching 2 card deck designers. So I got basically 2 clients. They must have seen some of the videos I made online, and we had some great video calls, video chats, where I do believe I was able to give them some great advice and guidance on their projects. And so I'm trying to do better about sharing my game development for you guys who are interested not only in game design, but maybe designing card decks for different purposes. I think we can inspire each other to keep on our paths. So you'll see 2 playlists on my YouTube channel homepage. One is for heading into Language Land 1. That game is already finished. We're playing it online every Saturday. You're welcome to come out and join us. And then heading into Language Land 2 is showing right now game development and my process. And if you look really closely and you listen to all the videos really closely, I'm going to be dropping some, I don't know what to call them, Easter eggs, or I'm going to be, there's going to be some little hidden gems in those videos. Could be in the thumbnail, could be in the description, could be in what I say, but if you're really interested in the game and what I do, you're going to be starting to learn about some of the cool things, characters, places, topics that are going to be in that game. I want to share and parse out some of that information without giving too much away yet, because I do want the game and the story to be just a great and wonderful surprise and inspiration to everybody when it drops. But at the same time, I don't want to say nothing for the next 1 or 2 or God only knows 3 years. So I will be sharing little bits of information to keep us intrigued. And in the meantime, we can play heading into Language Land 1. I'm so happy with that game because it's turning out to continually continually deliver a lot of great value to people. Obviously, the way I made that game, which is what I intended for it to be like, is the replay value is really, really high. You can play these games again and again and again, and new words and phrases and ideas and concepts are going to be coming up every time. The richness of the players that are coming out from all corners of the earth make it so interesting to learn. The game is not going to limit you. So many games and resources just have a word or a sentence in your foreign language that you have to just memorize, and then you're basically done with that card. My games, I never wanted them to be like that. I never wanted them to have a cap or a limit. I figured people could make their own flashcards if they wanted to study like that. So my game basically gives a nice framework that is very exciting and colorful. And then within this framework, you do experience and feel a lot of freedom to create and express yourself in any way that you want to. So that's what my games are like. The last thing that I'll say, I guess I'll share a little bit about the storyline for heading into Language Land 2 before I go. I'll probably share more details about it in future videos. But in the second edition of this game, Metamet and sort of like a band of his allies are going to be going into the realm of the Earth Walkers, the Earth Callers, the Earth Element Wizards, and also the realm of the Tree Folk. There's a realm or a kingdom that's made up and led by Tree Folk and also Earth Element Word Wizards. So they're going to go there to try to seek an alliance because they believe the forces of evil are growing in the land and war is probably going to break out. The experiences that they had in heading into Language Land 1 have shown them that, so they're going to seek out an alliance, and they have to journey through some more amazing places, have some interesting battles, and it's just a great and fun continuation of the story. It's been a lot of fun to write. We're going to see some new characters come out into the story and into the game, and the world's just going to become more fleshed out and go even deeper. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're interested in game design or language learning, hit me up in the comments section down below. That's it for this one. Bye-bye for now.